What's up, everyone? We're live, man. Asna. Yo, what is going on, Lee Gunner? Lee, what's Lee saying, man? Let me go check Lee's stream, actually, because even though I want to talk about Manchester United, yeah, Lee Gunner head loss is sensational. Shall we bring up Lee Gunner's live now? Shall we bring it up? Shall we actually get it up? Lee's live. Nah, this is sensational, man. They've got Super Teta. He knows exactly what they need. This is too funny, man. This is sensational. Inter Milan, you know. Man threw in Odegaard right at the end, yeah, expecting something. But listen, I've got a solution for Arsenal anyways. I just texted Lee. I just sent him a message saying, Lee, I've got a solution to all your problems. I've got a solution to all your problems. And the solution is Erik ten Hag. Go and sign Erik ten Hag and let him win you some trophies. Do you know what I'm saying? What is he saying, though? What is Lee saying? Let's see, yeah. Let me bring it up. Let's actually see what Lee's saying, innit?
And we talk shit. Yeah, fucking all of them. We'll be sitting out there tonight giving it robbed. Arsenal. It weren't handball. It was handball, lads. His hand was up here. There you go. Arsenal robbed. Goldbridge tweet. There you go. There you go. Well, we've got 5.2K in the building, yeah? And this is the narrative. We're shit, and it was a penalty. His hand's up here. It was like he was taking the oath in fucking court. Real talk, he was standing there with a Bible. Yeah, yeah, like this. Yeah, like that, exactly. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, sir.
and then now you got everybody complaining. If I get my mic still, Dumfries. Oh, not Dumfries, but the goalkeeper. Oh, he hit him in the back of the head. Bro, the referee knew that was not malicious.
Yeah,
And
bro,
both players go for a 50-50 ball, bro. Come on.
pathetic. Absolutely fucking pathetic.
That's some shame.
Real talk. That manager subbed off Timber. He was our best player tonight. Real
Yeah,
talk. Out of a bad
right
bunch,
there,
he was
yeah.
our best player tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, big up Carefree Lewis for the raid. My guy, bro. Yeah, this is embarrassing, mate. Embarrassing. Yeah, there's ways to lose football matches, and I expected a loss. However, there is ways to lose football matches. And we're going out to Italy to try and do dark arts against Inter Milan. Let's see what these
Safe.
pricks have tweeted. Big up Steve, my bro.
If it was possible and we couldn't get copyrighted, I would have said cut this game off and cut on the old game. We watch some.
Yeah, man, we could have watched fucking Barcelona ball out.
Yeah, watch
It
some.
ends in a narrow defeat in Milan. Thanks for your support tonight, Gooner.
You know the thing is, yeah, you have to watch this, yeah, with some noodles, man. You've got to watch this, yeah, and eat some noodles, brother. This is
Why?
sensational. I can't lie.
Lol, shameless. See you next Tuesday. Sack him.
This is sensational.
Sack him. I've quoted it.
Yeah.
Sack him.
It's time to
Shameless. See you next Tuesdays. Where was Raheem the Dream? Yeah, I'll big up Carefree, man. I'll see you Friday, 4 p.m. UK. We're doing a preview, guys, live before I jump on with Roni. Bless up, man. Make sure you sub to Carefree Lewis as well. There's 5K people in the bill, mate. I need to piss, man, real bad. Yeah, hold the fort for 2 minutes and I'll be back. We'll
I'll
do
try
about
to do
15.
Big up Lee, man. Absolute meltdown in the Arsenal fan base right now. Absolute meltdown, yeah, in the Arsenal fan base. And I love it. I need it. I will be there. I will be there. Do you know them ones? But listen, hear this, yeah. As much as we're laughing at Arsenal and everything like that, bro, football is a humbler. And shall I get excited for tomorrow? Is the biggest question. Shall I get excited for tomorrow? Ruud van Nistelrooy, PAOK, FC. What you lot telling me, man? What's the vibe like going? What's the mentality like going into a game like tomorrow for Manchester United? That's the question for me. Are we going to see a different lineup? Are we going to see a better rotation? I'm already seeing, yeah, on Mandem Talk today, loads of people are saying Bon Ruud. They're sick of Ruud already. Sick of Ruud already. For me, I think tomorrow's an easy win. Am I possibly being a bit naive or overlooking the opposition? No, I'm not. But tomorrow, I can't lie. I'll be deadly honest with you. It's an easy win. I expect Manchester United to treat tomorrow as a goal scoring opportunity, as a game where we just go and score a couple goals. Standards, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, I am going to address a couple things in terms of PAOK FC's players. But tomorrow, I can't lie, yeah, by any means necessary, tomorrow, Amad Diallo has to start. Let's just establish this off the park, yeah? Amad Diallo must start tomorrow. I don't know if Anthony's fully fit. I'm going to try and bring up Ruud's press conference so we can have a look at it together. But Amad Diallo has to start tomorrow. I think the centre-backs, we could do with giving them one of them a rest, depending on who's available. I think it's important some of the key players get rest. Harry Amas should start tomorrow. Harry Amas should start tomorrow. Diogo Dalot should be rested. I'm being deadly serious here. Harry Amas starts tomorrow. Amad Diallo starts tomorrow. I think on the other side, I'll go with Rashford because we're now short. Is Anthony fit yet? Can anybody tell me? Because I'm not fully sure if Anthony is fit yet. Let me just see. Actually, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Yeah. Ethan Wheatley doing the Dakar-esque celebration as well. Lenny Oro is back with team training, which is great. Malassi and Mazarawi are pictured. Casemiro, everybody there. Let's see. Has there been any information on the lineups tomorrow? I don't think so. On the squad tomorrow. Obviously, you guys will see the squad live and direct, exclusive, first hand on here when I'm live out from outside the stadium. But because he was in full training today, doesn't mean he's gonna be in the squad tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to see. I'm looking forward to see. We're not resting Mazarawi because Dallo has been overplayed by a gazillion hours, bro. Dallo is first to rest. I'm gonna be deadly honest here. Dallo is the first to rest. I think it's even safe to say Bruno is another one that should be rested that I don't think is going to get the rest tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? But Dallo needs a rest, bro. He needs a rest. There's no reason for Diogo Dallo to play tomorrow. There's no Harry Amas is there. Absolutely, Harry Amas is there. Do you know what I mean? We saw when we played Chelsea, Ahmad came on for a little bit. Xerxes came on for a little bit. Ugarte came on for a little bit. Not Ugarte, sorry. Lindelof came on for a little bit. But overall, our bench was just dusted, bro. We had Fitzgerald, Fletcher, Evans, Binder, Amas, Wheatley, the rest of the players. And the bench is dust right now. Absolute dust. I don't think Anthony's going to be back. Maggie is not going to be back. Mino's not going to be back. Malasia is not going to be back. Mount is not going to be back. Luke Shaw doesn't want to play football. I think he's trying to figure out his next move in his career as a pundit or something. I don't know, something else. And Lenny Euro is just back now. So based on all of that, we're looking at a thin squad as it is tomorrow. But I don't see why at all, yeah. I don't see why Jack Fletcher can't play tomorrow, couple of minutes. I don't see why Jay Fitzgerald can't play a couple of minutes tomorrow. I don't see why Johnny Evans can't start tomorrow. I don't see why Harry Amas can't start tomorrow. I don't see why Amad Diallo can't start tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? It's PAOK, bro. It's PAOK. Lindelof should start tomorrow. Very, very good point. Lindelof should start tomorrow. Johnny Evans should start tomorrow. Harry Amas, Binder, and Mazarawi. That's my backline, just to establish. That is my backline. Then I'm going for, in the midfield, we have no option but for Ugarte and Casemiro and Bruno. Because I don't think either Fitzgerald or Fletcher should be played, or start in a Europa League match this early. So I'm happy with them three in the midfield. Jack and Jay can come on in the second half, right? In terms of attack, Ahmad is solidified. I want Amad Diallo to start. On the left-hand side, I'm just going to keep Marcus Rashford because I have, again, no other option. Striker. I think let's start with Xerxes. I think it's important. Let's start with Xerxes. Because in the league, Manchester United are going to be playing next Leicester and Ipswich. And we need Rasmus for the league more than Europa League, in essence. So let's start tomorrow with Xerxes, Ahmad, and Rashford in the front line. And let's see what happens. we've had this big conversation on the Mandem Talk about Xerxes currently not, pulling up trees and some of the fundamentals that he's good at, he's not been able to implement on the football pitch. And I understand. So let's try and play Xerxes and Ahmad together. Two players that we believe the profiles of those players will mix. They like to hold the ball. They like to, sorry, not hold the ball. They like to be able to receive the ball and play off someone. Two-touch football, like Ran said, which I agree with. I think that's very much what makes Xerxes comfortable. Let's do that. Let's start with Ahmad. Let's start with Xerxes. Let's see if they can come up with some routines and patterns from the training pitch that help them. Because Rashford and Garnacho are hitting Hope FC, Gung Ho FC, Grenade Launching FC. That's what it is. Let's try and see a different combination tomorrow of front line and see how it works with Rashford, Ahmad, and Xerxes, and see if the front line are able to get each other firing. I think post Sir Alex Ferguson, it peaked with Mason Greenwood, Martial, and Rashford. That's when our attack peaked. Pace and power, Martial was just a complete striker. I want Manchester United to not replicate it, but kind of try and figure a way out to go back to that standard. And I'm going to make a video on this soon on the channel where I'm going to identify some of the players that Manchester United should look to buy, in my opinion. The thing is, Manchester United are just not clinical and not creative enough in the final third. We're not creative enough at all. I think it's just a lack of confidence from the forwards, a lack of discipline from the forwards. I mean, you saw Garnacho over the weekend. He could have clearly squared the ball and decided to just run around the pitch a little bit, like he's playing in a five-a-side park, and try and beat everyone, and ended up losing the ball, and Casemiro had to bollock him. But I think Garnacho's decision-making is really poor. Really poor at the moment anyways. I don't know how he's starting and playing so many games when his decision-making is so poor. I just don't understand it. I don't know what the coaches think and what the coaches see, but a fundamental of a footballer at that level, your decision-making should be good. And the same issue goes for Marcus Rashford as well. His decision-making is diabolical at times. Bruno Fernandes, decision-making diabolical at times. I'm sure these guys are fantastic in what they do, and on their day, they are really good. But bro, in football, actually, if you make the right decisions enough, your team, if everybody in the team makes right decisions enough, then you will score a lot of goals. That is what it is. It's as simple as that. Sometimes it's not the right decision, but then there's a bit of individual brilliance involved, and that can help you. Garnacho is not having a good time, and he needs to be benched for a little bit, just for a little bit. You need to have this rotation, and I don't understand how anyone can justify Amad Diallo not playing at the moment at all. Now, I understand in terms of when he's been brought on, he's not really had a lot of impact. But for you to have impact, or for those type of players to have an impact, they need to play long period of games. They need to be given a run of games. If it doesn't work after a run of games, you can definitely look at something else. But if you're not, giving the player a run of games, then how are you going to give him the opportunity to prove himself? That's the most important thing. Rude, I think I do have a bone to pick with him. He's decided to go and do the similar things that Eric Ten Hag did, and I'm not a fan of it. I'll be deadly honest. I was hoping that, obviously, unfortunate thing is Rude has also got some injuries to deal with, but just basics. Do you know what I mean? Playing Garnacho on the left and Rashford on the right, I understand why he's trying to accommodate Garnacho, but why not put Rashford on the left and put Amad Diallo on the right for a few games? Do you know what I mean? I like that he's been putting Xerxes on the pitch at the same time as Rasmus. That's interesting to see. I won't be unhappy. And here's another thought as well. Why not try Xerxes in the 10? Why not try Joshua Xerxes in the 10 and rest Bruno Fernandes and play Rasmus ahead of Xerxes and play Rashford and Ahmad? Let's see how that works. Hoyland in the middle, Xerxes behind him, Rashford left, Ahmad right. Ugarte cast behind Xerxes. Let's try that. This 9.5, so-called 9.5, I want to put it to the test. And the thing is, tomorrow, sorry, let me just fix this. Tomorrow specifically, should be a form of experiment for Manchester United. It should be, if you ask me. Because I think Man United by default will win tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Like from set piece or something. I don't think PAOK have any chance in defeating us. That's not FIFA. Bruno is captain. RVN is interim manager. I don't know what you just said. Why can captain not be benched one game? I don't even understand what you just said. Bruno's captain. So what, bro? I don't think like that. That's not how football works. Because you become the captain, you play every game. By the way, that's not how football works. 100% Bruno Fernandes can be benched for a game, bro. When we're playing PAOK. Come on, bro. Some of the players that we need to look out for, Leo Haber for PAOK. He's a Brazilian winger who joined in 2018. Flary winger. That's one player that we need to look out for. I don't know if he's fit for tomorrow. A couple of players. There was an Arsenal graduate as well. Let me see. I've got it in my notes. There was a striker, Arsenal striker, Chuba Akpom. I think that's what his name is. Again, played a crucial role in PAOK's league season 18-19, scoring crucial goals. Went on loan at Middlesbrough and then came back. That's another player. So, yeah, 1 second. Members, link is in the members only chat, by the way. If you want to join the stream and have your say for the next 20, 30, 40 minutes that we are going to be live, come and have your say. So yeah. I don't see why we can't go with a more relaxed lineup tomorrow and still see a win. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's gone to. I think Chuba has gone to Middlesbrough now, hasn't he? Or is he at Ajax now? He was at PAOK. See what I mean? Like some of the players, yeah. I think one of the players that I was looking at is Leo Haber before. We should be beating these guys by default, bro. There should be no question. Absolutely no question for us to be beating them. Just individual ability wise, yeah, we should be beating them. Just bar for bar. If we even look shaky against them tomorrow, then big conversations need to be had. I can't lie. Where are we going wrong? Even if we look a little bit shaky, let's just say. Let's say we look a little bit shaky, and PAOK end up scoring from somewhere and whatever. But I don't see it happening anyways. I don't see it happening anyways. Do you know what I mean? When captain is fit, he plays. That's why he's made captain. They don't do experiments mid-season. Experiments are for preseason. Nah, I don't even know what you're waffling on about, bro. That's not how football works. That is not how it works. If that's the case, why do teams put their B teams and C teams, as they say, in cup games and Champions Leagues in group stages and stuff? You're waffling, D. I can't lie. That's waffle. Do you think it's gonna be as easy as Barnsley? It should be. PAOK, yeah, they do well in their league. Yeah, they do well in their league. I don't know anything about this team. I'll be deadly honest. I don't know anything at all about this team. But the fact that we're playing at home, we should be dominating them. We should be keeping the ball further up the pitch. We should be constantly a threat in goal. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense what D's saying. I'm not even gonna pay it, bro. It's just a load of waffle. I can't lie. It's an absolute load of waffle. I think one of the only players that I recognize, if I'm not mistaken, is Dejan Lovren, who's playing at PAOK, bro. Dejan Lovren went from Lyon to PAOK. Before Lyon, he was they had a little spell at Zenit and Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool, former Liverpool player. Yeah, Dejan Lovren. That's the only player that I can think of from PAOK FC. And obviously, make a mistake, tell a lie. Shola Shoratiri, obviously. Shola Shoratiri as well. He's there as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up Shola. He's playing at PAOK, so don't know if he's gonna start tomorrow or not. Return for him from the academy. He did a little spell in Bolton and then came back and then went to PAOK, man. You would have thought for the talent that we thought he is, he was gonna go to a different league, but ended up at that league. And I'll be honest, he ain't really done a madness. I can't lie, man. He's had 8 appearances and 1 goal, so he's not really cooking in terms of numbers. Only a PAOK fan can tell me, or someone that watches the Greece league can tell me, bro, what's this going on? What's the plan? What's the future? Because right now, in 8 games, 1 goal. Yeah, long day, bro. And he's only had 1 feature in the Europa League as well, where he's played 7 minutes so far. So, yeah. Let's watch and see. Removing Bruno for experiments will never happen under RV and never. And that's the problem. Man United will single-handedly transform the day we sell Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. I'm telling you now. I don't care what anybody says anymore. We will single-handedly change the way we play football once them two are sold. Whether you agree or disagree. The day Bruno Fernandes and Rashford is sold, we can, because those 2 players are the key players in our attack anyways, we can then finally look for the next style of player that we need to bring in. Not Hit and Hope FC, not Grenadian FC. Bruno, thank you very much for the trophies. Number 1 chance creator in the league. Blah, blah, blah. All of the captain. Lifted the trophy with Maguire. Thank you very much. But let's look forward to the next 23, 24-year-old who can come in and do that job, bro. I'll be deadly honest. Big up Ronald, man.
Big up to you, Fast. Big up to
What are
you.
you telling me?
I'm telling you that give it 2 years, 2.5, 3 years.
Till Marcus Rashford turns 29 and Bruno Fernandes turns 33?
Nah. I predict and I hope Bruno Fernandes in the next 2 years will be gone. When I say 2 years, I'm counting this year, by the way, in 2 years. So this year and the next, because I want to see Cole Palmer, a closeted Manchester United fan, and a 10, and a good one at that, and a Prem proven.
If you say this year, next year, so this year will go
the
to
remainder of this
summer.
Year, yeah.
So basically, you mean 2026 summer?
Yeah, because you have that man on an 8-year deadly contract. How much of that would be left? Because we still have to. We would have to pay bread for that guy.
The way Cole's contract is, I think every year he will have a buyout clause triggered, something like that, or there will be some sort of negotiation that happen.
Yeah, if that's the case, pull it next season. I don't care. I'm okay with this new manager coming in. I have a new approach of looking at Manchester United pass. I try to, I used to be players FC. Look at the players, their mental health, right? Manager needs to do better. With Eric Ten Hag, I tried to change my approach. Be manager FC, players need to do better. I got ridiculed in both of them. So now I'm Manchester United FC. That's it. Simple as. If you're not good
We
enough,
need a younger
you need to
10.
go.
We need a younger
Yeah, we
Cam
need it.
anyways.
Yeah, we need one. And I'm begging for a transitional 10, like where you transition that role. Don't just put a young Cam in there. Just don't throw him on the
Well,
pitch.
we've shot ourselves in the foot because potentially we're going to have to sell Mason Mount where he's done nothing in the club and his transfer value is going to be diabolically bad. So either Man United have to keep him and actually get some value out of him, or Manchester United are gonna have to sell him at a very, very, very cut price because he's not played any football.
I think they would
That's
keep
one.
him.
And he's pointless in Manchester United. Absolutely pointless in my
It
opinion.
depends, because if Ruben's going to stick with the 3-4-3, isn't he going to play with like two cams potentially?
Yeah, and we're gonna get bopped off the park if we play two cams. Absolutely bopped off the park.
It
Not in
depends.
the
If you're
Premier League.
playing two cams, as in like Mount and Ericsson, with Mount
Yeah, we're
kind of
gonna get
floating
shagged.
back. I know what you're saying, but I'm talking about Mount floating back. So when you're defending, you know, you just close the shop in the midfield. When you're attacking, you attack with two cams. So Mount would have to do the more legwork where he comes back and falls
And
into
he ain't.
existence with Ogate. But
And Mount
he
has
isn't that
never
player. You're
been
right.
Mason Mount has never been an N'Golo Kante profile of player. You're gonna need an N'Golo Kante profile of player to play that position or that sort of role. Or you're
I
gonna need one fullback who are gonna be able to tuck in and defend really well in the middle. We're not gonna be able to do that. Mason Mount is just an absolute horrible football player for Manchester United. He might be a fantastic footballer for someone else's system, but even in the direction that we're going, he does not work. He's not going to work off the ball. He's not going to work. He's just going to get run ragged.
I have a very similar feeling for Xerxes, by the way.
Well,
I
that's
just don't
another
see him as
conversation
a.
in itself.
I just don't see him as
But
a
you know,
as a striker, as a United striker.
I
I don't
think
know.
Man United probably will need to part ways with Anthony. There's no point. There's no point.
Yeah, you're right.
There's no point because again, look at these players' contracts. Anthony's contract in Manchester United, let me not mistake myself, is lasting till 2027. Ruben comes in, gets 1 year out of him, takes him to 2025, keeps him for another season, takes him to 2026. If Man United don't sell him whilst if Ruben can get anything out of him, you're in talks of a new contract. And when you're in talks of a new contract, then you've tied him down again for another 3, 4, 5 years.
No, I think he goes though. I don't think.
And he's 24 years
Ruben
old.
gives him time.
He's 24 years old. His next contract, he's gonna want a big contract anyways. So he's going to want to play for a contract. By the way, make no mistake, right? Make no mistake. His current market value is probably 15 million pounds at best.
Faz, you know it, and you know it best. When manager doesn't see a player fitting in their system and it's surplus to requirements, as they say in a corporate world, they would sell him. Look at Maresca. He came in, said Sterling is not the guy. Sorry.
Maresca was brave enough to even take Sancho, yeah.
So there is a possibility we might actually have some kind of a, again, it depends on what kind of player profile we're looking at. What is Ruben trying to bring in? Because I wouldn't mind sending, Xerxes and 50 mil Sporting's way to get Victor. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't be against it either.
I think it's unfair to critique Xerxes this early. This is his first season.
I'm not critiquing him on performances. I'm just saying as a player profile, I just don't see him fit as a striker. That's just a personal choice. I might be proven wrong, and I hope I am.
I understand that.
Because, when I look at Højlund, I'm like trying to think, who could I just think of, or who does he remind me of?
I understand.
I might get a name or two. With Xerxes, I don't. Like, a lot of people said Anthony Martial, right? And now I'm hearing Anthony like, fair enough, I hear it. But Anthony Martial, even on a bad day, had legs to run. How can my striker run slower than Harry Maguire, who's my centre back?
I hear it. I think it's important to say first and foremost that we've got so many players that are going to leave by default that Amorim's going to deal with. For example, Ericsson's going to leave, so by default he's going to have to deal with that and get a player in. I think there's a possibility Maguire leaves if we're gonna get another centre back.
I think he
Johnny,
stays.
okay, yeah, actually, maybe even go with the fact that he stays. You've got Johnny Evans who's gonna part ways. I think it's important Manchester United get a big figure for Casemiro. If they don't sell him. If it's anything below 40 million, I wouldn't sell Casemiro. I'll be deadly honest. It's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
It's 40 million minimum. Excuse me. Luke Shaw, I don't know how we're going to manage to sell him again, not played any football. Are we even going to get 5 million, 6 million for him? And that's still a lot. That is still literally a lot. It's literally someone giving us money for the sake of giving us money at this point because Luke Shaw plays 0 minutes.
Do you agree with Dixie's comment in the chat? It says, I'll read it out for you. It says, he is tall and kind of Berbatov.
Who?
Xerxes.
So what is this? No, I'm just ignore it. I'm not even going to read that. Just ignore it. I don't have the mental capacity today to be going.
I know you're tired. I know you're tired.
I don't have it. People are comparing players because they think they look like something else, someone. No play, bro. They don't. They don't.
I think they were talking about on the lines of when I said it doesn't remind me of a
because
player from the past.
It's very
because I was
kinky.
talking on style
I'll be deadly honest. It's kinky, man. People did this with Malacia and Evra. And look what ended up happening.
I remember that one.
Miles not played one single game in how long? I find this kinky. Instead of attaching every player to a player that you've seen and done amazing in Manchester United or somewhere, like even the thing Zirkzee is like Bobby Firmino. It's weird as fuck. Bobby Firmino and Zirkzee never compare in the same sentence. Zirkzee, Bobby Firmino is Bobby Firmino. Like
not
the fact that you're comparing
profile.
Not even that. Even that I don't like. Because football's completely changed. It's changing literally every 2 seasons or so. Literally every 2 seasons, we look at how football's being played. It's changing. I mean, when was the last time you saw a winger like Doku in the league?
In our league.
In our league, but that shimmy that he does, that explosive shimmy that he does. When was the last time you saw that?
Saint-Maximin?
None.
No.
Bro, 08, 07.
Saint-Maximin was just fast.
He ain't gonna do that.
He didn't do the
that explosive start. It's not been in the league for a long time. Mitoma maybe, Mitoma maybe, but even then, how are you gonna profile them when Doku's tiny? He's tiny. Even the way he moves his body is different. This profiling of thing is a way of people justifying that their player is good or can become good. That's what it is.
Do you know what it is, Faz? It's like
so I'm using it the wrong way. Okay.
It's because he plays for Man City. That's why people have to rate him to
what profile is Kevin De Bruyne? I don't know. Kevin De Bruyne has become such a level now that other players are his profile. But when Kevin came in, what profile was he? Do you know what I'm saying? So this profiling thing is a justification of why people think their player is good enough or is going to become good enough. I don't like this profiling thing. I really don't like it.
I'm actually coming from the side of just liking Victor Gyökeres, but that's it.
Even you shouldn't even think of a profile because it can sometimes cloud your judgment. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you take away all profile and everything, you might sit and say, you know what? I actually think, based on what I have seen, forget what I compare everything to, that maybe, just maybe, Xerxes and Rasmus might work together as a pair. Forget profile and everything. Because you've profiled him, as the way you guys have profiled him, you're saying, okay, yeah, I think he's a 10. He plays like a 10. I'm thinking and matching him to Firmino and this, that, the other, and 9.5 and this, that. No, bro. Like, look at how he plays individually. Look at how Rasmus plays individually and think, okay, would these two work together if they played as a pair up front? How would that work? Would these two work when Xerxes has been asked to go towards the left and Rasmus is in the middle? Would that work? These are the ways that you can understand rather than just thinking, okay, he matches that profile of player, but that player never does the things that player, the older player, did on the pitch. Not doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not doing it. Anyways, you can go down this rabbit hole for a long time. I think a bigger issue for Manchester United and a more immediate issue is teaching Garnacho how to improve his decision making, because it's costing us a lot. as bad as Rashford is, without shadow of a doubt, he's been our better output winger this season, or the best winger in terms of output this season. That's just in terms of threat, plain and simple.
The thing is, right, he's been played on the right hand side, where I don't think that's his natural position. Where I think he should have been playing on the left, and then Ahmad should be on the right. That's what I think should be.
At this point, I don't care anymore what Rashford's preference is. He doesn't have no credit for me for him to dictate what his preference is. If Rashford was season in, season out, giving you 20 plus goals every season, like Salah's got that side locked down for a reason, by the way. Yeah. That's Salah. That's what he does. You know, that's what he's gonna do season in, season out. Son, another one. You know, but even Son, he will publicly go and say, "I'll play wherever the manager plays me. I don't care." And by the way, he will do fantastic in every position you play him, no matter what. Right?
Yeah. Have you seen Sonny down the middle? He's crazy.
He's silly.
He's really good. Yeah.
He's silly. Like people. He's one of the best players in the league. One of the best attackers in the league.
Especially the way he scored that against Burnley a few years ago. Remember, he ran from his own half to
it's silly.
It's crazy.
They will miss. They will miss him when he leaves. That's when all the archives will come out.
Yeah.
But Rashford has done zilch consistently, other than just run in behind. That's the only thing he does consistently. He runs in behind, and he thinks he can play on the left. And it's that soccer punch goal that he does. You know, it's that soccer punch, running behind, get the ball cut in and shoot, and goal. That's it. That's his signature. That's his style. That's his forte. And that's it. But that is not enough for him to say, I want to play on the left-hand side. It really isn't. But then on hindsight as well, Garnacho's not done anything. And at that age, he's not done nothing enough for him to say that side is mine as well, by the way. He's not.
Yeah.
The way he does this, he's got this one thing, Garnacho, again, I don't naturally profile players like anyhow. You know, I just look at the play and I say, okay, what does he do well? This is what Garnacho does well. Defender's going to crash into him. Garnacho clips the ball over the defender and then runs. That's his signature. That is it. Tell me any different. Has he been able to stop the ball and dribble past a player? Has he been able to shift his body weight left and right and dribble past the player?
Yep.
You know, even when he receives the ball, he looks a bit uncomfortable at times. His best attribute is when he's on his side, when he's on his side and he's facing like the byline, and a ball comes to him from the midfielder and he hits it past the defender and he runs. That's it. That is very much as simple. Even when he's in full stride and he has to get a ball squared to a player, his pass is a bit off. It's not crisp.
He doesn't have the vision. That's the thing. He doesn't look for a pass. He just tries to hold onto the ball for as long as possible and try to be like, this
system. This thing about, again, DZ saying you're judging players based in ETH's system. System doesn't show. A system's not going to make a player's first touch better.
Exactly.
A system isn't going to make a player shooting better. A system isn't going to make a player's dribbling ability better.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if so much of a system, then Anthony should be the best player in the league right now, based on the system in Anthony and how he was absolutely doing a madness in Ajax.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So system's not going to stop a goalkeeper from saving shots.
Exactly.
Again,
the system stop a goalkeeper from learning how to kick the ball.
It isn't. No, it isn't. So Garnacho needs to be taught his decision making. I don't doubt that he's got fantastic finishing, because some of the finishes he's done is really good. I don't doubt his finishing.
That was nice.
But I don't think his dribbling ability is all that at all.
Garnacho thingy, I kind of blame it on the manager and Rashford. I'm not saying that Garnacho holds no blame. He does, absolutely does. But the fact that I have to rely upon a 20-year-old when I have a 27-year-old senior player not doing what he does best, I feel like, because for me, and I've said this before, Faz, you know it, right? For me, Garnacho is nothing but a super sub. For now, he might be a very good player in due time, but right now, he is nothing but a super sub. I want any manager, be it Ruud, be it Erik ten Hag. I said it when Erik ten Hag was still here. The first game I said, this is Amad Diallo's season. Because I was expecting Amad Diallo to start every game on the right wing spot, because he rightfully deserves so. The man has put in work. He puts in a shift. He does what he does best. Yeah. Fair enough. You might see that sometimes you need pace and power on both ends, but that should be sometimes. You cannot have every game you approach with pace and power on both wings. You need to
Sure.
have a stability and a balanced outlook at it. So my concern was with Rude, you saw what he did in the first game. Fair enough. Okay. You know what he's done before because it's not like you just came in, right? So just put him on the bench. Because I understand when a manager might say, I'm looking at the output. But my brother, my guy, look at where is he getting the output? When is
Garnacho's
he
being
getting the
played
output?
like he's on loan from a different club to Manchester United. That's how he's been played. It's like Ahmad when he went to Sunderland and he was being played every game. Garnacho's being played like he's on loan to Manchester United from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And we don't know enough data on Ahmad in Manchester United shirt for us to say, right, Garnacho, you do your thing. Or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got a huge abundance of data on Anthony. We've got data on Rashford, but we don't have it on Amad Diallo. So it doesn't make sense for Garnacho to be playing. And Ronald is 100% right. Garnacho's best thing, Garnacho made his name for being an impact sub. So keep making that name because you are a young man. Very young man. For you to play Premier League football at that age, for Manchester United as well, and to say that you're holding down the left wing or any wing, you must be a world beater. I can't lie. You must be a world beater.
Faz, the problem I am having right now is the fact that managers, coaches, or anyone tries to justify Garnacho's position in the team with the goals, or even the fan base. Like, I am player FC as well when it comes to Bruno and Garnacho, but I have a sensible mind to see the guy only gets his goals and impact when he's coming on as a sub. So you can't use his performances as a sub to justify him starting games. Do not change what is working for you. What is working for you, just because my only point is we've seen Rashford be an impact, like Rashford come on as a sub. I saw it once in this season. My brother had 30 minutes. He took 25 minutes to touch the ball the first time. Is he an impact sub? Absolutely no, because he grows into a game. Rashford is a slow grower, but he grows into a game. He takes his own sweet time. Amad Diallo, on the other hand, can carry the ball. So you need that kind of player to hold someone like Bruno Fernandes down, like play the 1-2 with him, right? Control Bruno with always pushing the ball him, but asking the ball back and then controlling the ball. Something Bruno cannot offer you, but Amad Diallo can. No one can do better cutback passes in the final third better than Amad Diallo right now in our team.
He's designed and programmed to cut the ball back. Like even that Mason Mount chance. What game was it, guys? Can you remind me?
Which game? Like which one?
Ahmad cut it back and Mason Mount. Was it Mason Mount? He should have scored.
Oh, I think that was the.
You know which one I mean?
The Brighton game this year. You mean where we lost 2-1, right?
It should be.
That
Yeah, I think it's one of them.
One of the early ones.
Yeah, and Mason was playing up front, wasn't he? Or he was in that position that time, and Mason's obviously not a striker that he's gonna dive in for the ball. But Ahmad could have scored. He decided to cut it in for an easier goal.
Amad Diallo could have scored the goal Bruno gave. You remember in the last game when Bruno cut back a pass to Garnacho and Garnacho fluffed it by kicking it on his own other foot.
Yeah,
Amad Diallo scores that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He buries it on the left bottom left.
The whole pitch to score a goal against Liverpool.
To play Ruben's system, anyways, you're gonna need people who are good at protecting the ball. You need to be able to protect the ball. That's the fundamental of a 3-4-3, right? If you're playing any number more than 3 up front, right? 4-3-3, other than 4-3-3 or 4-4-2, if you're playing any other formation that has more players than 3 up front, in my opinion and analysis, you need players that can protect the ball. You definitely do. One of the main players that protects the ball really well in Manchester United is Anthony, believe it or not. As much as I've just said, sell Anthony, he will protect the ball with his life. Even when he falls and whatever, he will protect the ball, get up and keep the ball in the team's possession. Garnacho, on the other hand, he loses it. Loses the ball. Rashford loses it. He's got that thing where he'll go down the byline and he'll eventually get tackled and he'll lose the ball. And by the way, Marcus Rashford, has been in the league over nearly a decade, if I'm not mistaken, or a decade plus. No,
Nearly 10 years already. This is, I think
nearly
this is
10 years.
This is a 10, 9
Bro,
and a
do
half.
you not think, yeah, defensive coaches have figured his game out by how many years now?
Bro,
By
explosive
how many years?
wingers like this, yeah, they just want to take defenders on. They just want to get it behind. Of course, it's easy to read Rashford's game because he doesn't have much to his game. Let's just be
Yep.
honest. Rashford doesn't have much to his game because all he does is just tries to get in behind. It's easier for the right backs to read it now. It's easier for people to outpace him. Like, for example, you put Kyle Walker on Rashford. Rashford's not getting past Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
You need a pacey
Yeah.
fullback to go past Rashford, and you're pocketing him easily. Like, it's that simple. And
Yep.
the thing is,
I think not just that as well, but composure is another thing as well. Garnacho needs to work on. You have to be cold in front of goal, like nothing phases you. You know, the chances in the last game against Chelsea, the shots that he was having, I'm sorry, but it's very poor. Literally, you're facing the goal in the box, and you've not put enough power on the shot. If you put power and it goes over the bar, you've put power on the ball, and you've not connected clean. But you've connected clean and not put enough power. I mean, come on, man.
Bro, it's
Come
like
on, man.
people use age as an excuse. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, you should be scoring that, bro.
Age is not an
You
excuse
should
in
be
this
scoring that.
circumstance. It's
Bro,
not.
Lamine Yamal's 17 years of age, man, and he's cooking at one of the biggest clubs in the world.
No. But even forgetting them players, yeah. Even if you peel back the layers, yeah, you've trained with the first team for how many years? You know, academy players regularly train with the first team.
Bro, he trained with Ronaldo, man. He trained with
Way
Cristiano.
before they break into the first team. Academy
Yeah.
players train in the first team probably since they're 16, right? 15, 16, because they're just making up numbers. So these little things you should be drilling in and working on anyways. The sloppiness of the passing, the poor decision making. At times I'm sensing a bit of ego from him. Why are you trying to think you can beat a man? You're not.
It's not sense, bro. It's real.
Be
It's
sensible and protect the ball. And I'll tell you something, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
Listen to this example. So
yeah.
I went to watch Exeter versus Spurs Academy, right? Exeter's first team versus Spurs' academy team. I don't know, some of you who've been in the channel have heard me mention this before. Exeter's first team players, many of them are my close friends. And Spurs academy players, I don't really know many of them, only a few. Spurs' academy players were absolutely going crazy in terms of dribbling and X, Y, and Z. Exeter ended up winning that game anyways, right? After the game, I was speaking to some of the Exeter players and I was asking, I know for a fact you guys can dribble, you guys can beat a man 1v1. Why didn't you do it against Spurs? And considering that Spurs is academy, you know what the answer I got? When you play first team football, you do not think that you have to prove a point. You know you can do it, but you play the simple pass. You play a little bit safer pass because your team keeps the possession. That is why. Whereas these academy players, they are doing jinky on the pitch because they want to prove a point. They want to show that they can play first team level. So they will do an extra step over and an extra dribble or an extra 5 yards run when they can actually make the safer pass and not lose the ball. So that's the little difference like that. And that is what is missing from Garnacho, because he's taking the ball trying to beat two players when he knows he can't, and he needs to protect the ball. And he needs to give the ball to his colleague so the team keeps the ball. Whereas, you know, these are the fundamentals he's missing. Same thing Rashford does a lot, or he used to do.
I hear what you're saying, but I think that Garnacho is like a little more demanding of the ball. There have been instances where I see him like screaming on the left wing, like, yo, why didn't you give it to me? Or, you know.
I've seen Rashford do that, don't forget.
Oh no,
I've seen Rashford do that. But listen, that I don't mind. That's asking for the ball. That's very natural in football. You vocal, you ask for the ball, but it's the decision making once you have the ball, because that's what's the bread and butter. Your bread and butter is decision making. You know, even if when you were supposed to turn with the ball, if you pass it back and keep possession, you are still helping your team get further up the pitch because you kept possession of the ball. That is basics of possession-based football. The moment you turn and face the goal with the ball, you're now going to have to beat your winger. You're going to either have to run, go past him, do a skill, something, dribble past him, something, or you're gonna get cooked because the defender's gonna have someone come and help him, and they're gonna double up on you, and then you're gonna lose the ball. So it's the minuscule, minuscule decision making that impacts the game so much. Marginal gains, that's the thing he said.
Yeah. The problem is, Faz, a lot of United players are not smart with the ball. They just want to play like this so-called, like, this Hollywood, like, so-called good passing. They're not smart with the ball, and that's the problem. I also had to bring Bruno Fernandes into this. Bruno Fernandes just wants to play this hoof ball, long ball, all this. It's not going to work in every game, bro. In situations where you need a goal, he's going to launch the ball into the box and it goes out of play. Like, you can't be doing that. You need to be smart with the ball. You need to pass it around. Like, these players don't have the capability to keep the ball. That's the problem. We're not a possession team. But I'm not saying possession team is having possession. All the possession is great, but you need to at least learn how to keep the ball before you can, like, play good pass. United players can't string 2-3 passes together in matches where we need to win. In 10 situations,
Absolutely.
like we don't play a good pass. We just play to. We're gonna play a stupid pass to Garnacho, who's marked in with 3 players, and we're gonna lose the ball. That's the problem. We don't play it smart in tight situations, and that's why we've been dropping points. And that's been an issue for United for the past 2 years now. In the first year under Ten Hag, I saw a bit of identity. Like, we're actually playing some passing. We're actually doing okay. But then the second season, everyone just no, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They started to become a bit more arrogant with the ball. That's the thing. United players have too much arrogance in them, and there's lack of discipline in the players. It's been a lack of discipline for a long time now. That's what I think.
Absolutely, bro. It speaks to possession and retention, overall. You can possess the ball 45% of the game, but how many times do you actually retain the ball within the 45 times?
I think
are you passing wide?
Yeah, I can't lie.
I think especially tomorrow against a team like PAOK, we need to be letting these Ahmad, these guys come through and see what they can do in the squad, especially when the squad is a bit thin this season, as it is. The start of the season has been a bit bad. Hopefully, some of these players start coming back ASAP, and if they don't come back, you know what? They don't come back. As sad as it sounds, we can't do anything about it. We can't speed up.
Wasn't Mason injured again? I thought I saw a post earlier.
I don't know, bro. At this point,
when do you think Euros first game will be? Is it going to be in December, or do you think it's going to be in probably December?
If you're back in team training, you should be back fairly quick. If you're back in team training, I think you're talking 2 weeks. 2 weeks. If you're back in team training to get match fit, you need 2-3 weeks, no more. Max 3, and this is max 3 weeks. And
I think Malacia is on his second week right now.
Yeah, so there's loads of games for him to get involved in. Leicester game he should be getting involved in. Ipswich game he should be getting involved in. If it's 10-15 minutes.
I would probably bring him back for Ipswich game, I think.
But I won't be surprised if they ask Lenny Yoro to go and play some minutes with the academy and get up to speed as well.
Possible.
To get match fitness. Him, Malacia, Mount, go and play some academy football.
They're cooking right now. They're doing really well with under 18s.
But I mean, in terms of behind the scenes games, arranging some behind the scenes games for these players, they can easily make that happen. Yeah, they can easily make that happen for some of these key players just to get them up match fitness level. I think the main player that I actually want back as soon as possible isn't actually Lenny Yoro. I think for me it is most definitely Malacia, one of them, because we've got 2 fullbacks competing for the same side but playing different position. So we haven't actually seen a full competition between them because they've not had the chance to go toe to toe.
Right.
The second player that I need back ASAP actually is Anthony again. Another player that Ruben comes in the 3-4-3 if Ruben chooses to play that system, which I want him to. I think Anthony is a crucial player that needs to come back. I want to see Anthony as a fullback, believe it or not, on the left side.
Would you have him on the left or the right?
Left.
I hear that.
Left. I want to see him on the left.
I don't think he should be our main left wing back next season, though. I mean, if he does do well, I still don't think he should be our left wing back next season. I think we should go and get someone like, I know it's not going to happen, but we should try and go in for Alphonso Davies. That's like the guy who I think will be perfect at that wing back position because he's going to run up and down the pitch non-stop. Like, you need someone like that, of that caliber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the other one for this season, anyways, is Christian Eriksen. I need to see more because
he was
Eriksen has been solid. He's playing out of his skin right now. He's playing like his career depends on it, and it's lovely. It's lovely to see that that he's fighting so hard.
He's rolling back the years, isn't he?
Yeah, he's rolling back the years.
Best player, I can't lie. He's actually, I think for me, he's been our best player so far this year. Like in terms of like,
he has, bro. His goals have really actually been pretty integral.
No, I would say it's Casemiro, but
I'd say most consistent player is
sure.
Eriksen. I think that's right.
Funnily enough, the reason why Eriksen back isn't actually for football, because I know he's going to deliver that anyways. It is actually for set pieces.
Right.
That is why I want Christian Eriksen back. Christian Eriksen has scored 8 direct free kicks in the Premier League in his career, if I'm not mistaken. Bruno Fernandes has scored 1 direct free kick in the Premier League. Yet Bruno Fernandes is still our free kick taker. And it is killing me daily. Christian Eriksen on set pieces ASAP. In any level in football, any level, any grassroots, all the way to the top. If, let's say, Kevin scored 8 goals from direct free kick and Fast scored 1, who's going to be the free kick taker going forward? It's going to be him. Not me. But in Manchester United, it's Bruno Fernandes, and I don't understand why. I genuinely don't understand why. It's the most backward thing ever.
Maybe because it's
backward thing ever.
I still think Eriksen's free kicks are like, bro, they're class. But there's this one player that United really, really should have picked up, and he's perfect at set pieces. It's Marcel Sabitzer. That guy was on point with his free kick to Austria.
Well, can't cry over spilled milk. He's gone now.
I think he scored 2 free kicks.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's gone now. But even
what was it? Even last season in the Champions League, man, he went off.
Even if you don't score the free kick, the actual delivery of the set piece is awful from Bruno Fernandes. Chelsea game, it was the nail in the coffin for me. He couldn't beat his first man. And if you know that you're tired,
he was lucky enough that the header.
You know, at professional level, you know when you're tired and when you can't slap a ball far enough. Why did you not go short? I don't understand. He's clearly tired, by the way. By the way, he kicked the ball and then he fell at full-time whistle. I don't know if anybody saw this. He kicked the ball and he fell. He fell to the floor because he's tired or has an injury or pulled something. So clearly there was something niggling. He decided to go for the direct free kick and he shanked us. Instead, go short. Go short and then take the free kick, and then take the cross.
No, it was a corner kick. It was a corner kick at the end of the Chelsea game. And
I was pissed beyond belief.
We deserve to win that game by a lot.
Man.
We deserve to win that game by a lot, bro. Like real talk. We should have won that game. I think we
should have won that game, but I'm not unhappy as well because we're managerless right now, and our front line isn't firing. And Garnacho literally single-handedly messed it up.
By the way, Baz, do you know anyone that's going to the? Has Ruud taken his press conference yet? I'm not sure. Has he taken?
Yeah, there is some quotes from him. Thanks for reminding me that I wanted to bring up as well. Let me just.
I was going to ask you if you could ask someone that goes into their press conferences. Can you ask about Amad Diallo if he intends to start him on Friday? I wasn't because I don't know if he's going to start on Friday. Sorry, Friday for me, but Thursday for you guys. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Let me see, actually, because there are some comments that Ruud has made on the team. Let me just bring it up. Bear with. I'll just bring it up there. It is. Ruud Van Nistelrooy on Marcus Rashford. He says, Marcus did an extra bit of work before the session on his own, then joined the group. There's no special news on that. So I don't know, man. Whenever something like this comes up with Marcus Rashford, I have speculation.
He shouldn't start.
I can't lie. I have speculation.
He shouldn't start.
Why did he do extra work and then join the group? I don't know. Maybe he came late. Maybe that was his punishment. Or maybe it's nothing, but it's a bit weird. And there's no smoke without fire.
Or maybe he just, or maybe he asked to train alone. Who knows?
Yeah, but you would do it after the session, group session.
After the session, but
Yeah.
I mean, he might be doing some fitness training alone, like because he's
It didn't look like fitness training what you saw, because I saw the clips of him doing individual training and it didn't look like
Oh yeah,
fitness
they were
training.
doing the live training one day. I didn't watch that. No, I didn't see the live training.
Yeah, that did not look like fitness training. I can't lie. That didn't look like gym training. That just looked like you go and do some bits with the coach over there.
Might have arrived late then, I guess. Yeah.
I've been in football long enough for me to know when you're doing fitness training alone. If you're doing fitness training alone, you're going to be doing a lot of box to box, a lot of broncos, as they call it, a lot of ball work, a lot of going in and out of cones, a lot of skipping. You're not going to be doing the like plyometric-esque work where you're holding a bar and you're lunging and stuff like that. So I don't know if there's something there, and if it does come out that there's something there, make no mistake, I've said it here first. I know I'm not going to be surprised if there's something there. I'll forget that guy. Van Nistelrooy, Rasmus says he's a guy who can change the game in a second. That's big belief into Rasmus. Ruud Van Nistelrooy getting the best out of Rasmus Højlund. He says most goals are scored in penalty area, so that's where we want to get our players most of the time. I think that's the same thing with Xerxes as well. You know, that's where we need him. Andrew Nana says he watched Ruben Amorim's game against Manchester City, and he says it was a great victory from them. Different system, but our team are pragmatic. We are able to play in different systems. We will adapt.
I hope so.
Let's see what happens when Ruben comes in, if we even play that system. Ruud says, I don't agree that we create enough chances. If you look at the statistics, we're creating chances. That's why I'm not concerned. Ruud is going with the Eric Ten Hag-esque replies as well with the stats. Well, Ruud, if you go down this route, make sure you always get your stats right. He said, we're creating chances. I'm not concerned, which I understand as well. Look, when you're creating chances, it's a very good thing. You know, at the end of the day, it's a very good thing that you're creating chances. But are some of our chances as clear cut as people make it out? In my opinion, they're not.
To be fair, though,
clear cut.
Most big chances in the league this year. I think we have the most big chances in the league by a long distance this year.
Yeah.
I think we were actually second as it was. We were second behind.
Who's at the
Liverpool,
end of those?
Was it?
Question. No, but which player is at the end of those chances? Do you know what I mean? That's the bigger question as well. Which player is at the end of those chances that you can trust to score them?
Bruno, Rashford. I mean, they've hit the ball to keeper many times this season, I think.
Yeah.
Højlund as well, I think.
Ruud says Manchester United is always there to compete in Europe, and there's no different tomorrow, which is good. He says Ruud Van Nistelrooy, whether he's had contact with Ruben. He says no, I didn't have contact so far. There's no changes in that, and I don't know when I will yet either. He's not spoken to Amorim yet. Maybe he'll speak to him when he lands. It's not really much.
Yeah, I believe there was a quote from Amorim about him waiting to meet with Ruud once he arrives in Manchester. So
but again, these questions are very dusty because
they are.
I don't understand. Like, even if he did have contact, he's not going to go into detail with it. Really and truly, you should be asking him about tomorrow and the rotation of players tomorrow. I hope there's someone who's asked this. It's a big moment for him. That's the first time being back in team training. We're going to get him back partially over the coming weeks and look to get him on board as quickly as possible. Interesting.
Lenny.
Yeah, but again, it doesn't directly affect tomorrow. Actually, these questions that they're asking him is for the future of what happens with the club, rather than what is actually his direct selections for tomorrow. Rudon, again, bare injury updates. He says Malacia is fully in team training and there's no restrictions. It's good to plan his game minutes, maybe I just said in under 21s, no?
Yeah. Yes, you did. I
didn't even read this until now. So there you go. Yeah, there you go.
I think you're talking about Lenny Pro, though. I don't think you're talking about Malacia.
No, I did. I said Malacia, Mount, and all of them can play under 21 minutes to get themselves match fit. I don't think there's anything else. Gyökeres 83 million release clause and his contract with Sporting, which expires in 2028.
We ain't paying that, I think.
but there's a gentleman's agreement to let him leave next summer for a lower fee. He's a demon. He's an absolute demon. And
Ah,
Brighton, he used to play for
there we
Brighton,
go.
didn't he?
No, I think Coventry.
Yeah, he did.
He played for
He
Brighton,
used
no?
to play. No, he used to play for Coventry. They let him go for 1 mil. I think from Brighton to Coventry, and then Coventry sold him. I think that might be his
Yeah,
end
Coventry
route
sold
or
like
route.
1 million, I think. They sold for like 1 million to Sporting, and then he's
Fans.
cooking.
No,
Fans,
he
you know,
did play for Brighton.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From Brighton
Yeah.
to Coventry,
Yeah.
and Coventry to Sporting.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Right.
as in, he was signed to Brighton.
Okay.
But yeah, there's loads of loans. Yeah, he went on loads of loans. Yeah, sure.
But Faz, you know how you always manifest things? I know you
Sure.
manifested the most recent event as well. Left us
Yes.
concussed. I give you the credit for it. Please
You have
manifest.
it's factual.
Please manifest Jokeris, please.
I like him. I like him a lot. I like his attitude as well. I'm not gonna lie. He's got this aggressive, slight egotistical, cocky. He's got this cocky tone. Someone asked him. There was a question, and apparently they caught him smoking shisha.
No way.
I don't know if you know this. Someone was telling
Bruh,
me anyway.
no way.
A
No.
Portuguese friend of mine said they caught him smoking shisha. Can someone fact check this as well if there is anything out there? And they asked him, smoking shisha is bad for you? And his response was, this is not bad for me. What's bad is defenders who are gonna face me. And I was like, okay, all right, okay. But you see, the thing
Yeah,
is,
I checked
these
the internet. It seems like it might exist. Apparently, a nightclub in Lisbon. Things
right, there
going
you go
on.
then.
No
Yeah,
way.
there you go then. But you see, the thing is, these players, they go to these leagues and they go to these teams to really and truly make their name. As big as the teams are, with all due respect, they go there to make their name. And then when they get a big move, they disappear. So again, I'm very, very conservative now with my analysis of these players. I think the only last player that I can recall that has lived up to the hype, or not even lived up to the hype, but actually exceeded it, is Cole Palmer. That's the only player I can recall that left a big club, and everybody now sits here and says like the big club lost out, not Cole Palmer. Really and truly, Man City lost out because of the talent that he is. You don't rarely hear this. Same with Omaridion, who went to Porto from Chelsea were heavily linked with him, and now Chelsea, I can't lie, they could have done with a player like Samuel Omaridion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Samu, yeah. They were actually getting, but then the move failed because I think
The move failed. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
the move
failed.
failed.
failed medical at Chelsea, right, or something like that, and then like they had to start all over
Yeah,
again.
something
they went
happened. I
for
don't know. Some politics happened, and
Yeah.
it didn't go through. But they playing
was
with
good.
vengeance. You know, they're playing with vengeance. So yeah, players do that going into a different team to try and get their career to catapult. Same thing, almost kind of with Jaden. Went to Dortmund, absolutely did a madness in Dortmund. And the next big move, the next level up was Manchester United Premier League, and it didn't
Wait,
go
who
well
are we
at all.
comparing Jaden to?
I'm just saying, in terms of career progression, as much as I want Victor in Manchester United, I think I like him
Can
a
I be
lot,
honest?
but
Can I be honest
I'm
with
not
you?
gonna buy into the hype as much as people do. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they did this with Sheshko, they did this with Hakpo, and all of these other players as well. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you forgot Ferguson.
Evan Ferguson, they're fantastic. Thank you. Where is he? I've not heard his
Yeah,
name in
but
freaking time.
But
I think
here's
it's
the thing. Jokeris, why he is different is from all the names you mentioned, right? That bloomed and then gloomed, as I call it. They were just one season wonders. This
Sure.
is different. Last season, man had a 40 GA season. This season is another
True.
madness. And also, if we get something from Sporting doesn't fail us. Record and history
And
tells us
that is
Sporting
very
doesn't
true.
fail us.
That is very
So-
true. I mean, they don't fail us, but I mean, respectfully, Bruno Fernandes. But hey ho.
Huh, you say.
I
You
mean,
forgot
under
Marcus
Ole
Rojo.
Gunnar Solskjaer, he was
Rojo.
fantastic. So
You forgot Rojo.
Yeah, Rojo. Leave my
Yeah.
guy Rojo alone. Do you know what I mean?
See?
But no, you're
Yeah.
right. Look, last season, Victor Gyökeres, he went crazy. I mean, it wasn't 40, it was more than 40, isn't it? Including
Yeah,
his overall
exactly.
input. Even the season before, he did very well in Coventry. You know, so he's regularly getting numbers on the board. You know, so
So
that is true.
my,
And
my
also,
only
actually,
concern is
another fundamental as well. Sorry, Ronald. Let's not make any mistake.
that's okay.
He
That's okay. Go on.
is in his prime as a striker in the next 3 years. He's 26 years old. He's gonna hit his prime in the next 2-3 years.
For me, all those points that you mentioned are secondary. The biggest point for me is this manager knows how to get a tune out of him. If you're building a team around him as the focal point, hear me out, where Bruno might not be a player in this team.
You don't
I'm
think?
not trying to say bring the entire sporting team over here, like the mistake we did with Eric Ten Hag. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm just saying bring one pivotal aspect of it and let him cook around it. Because we have enough ingredients to make jollof or biryani. You need to choose what you want to make. We have enough ingredients now. We're not a squad that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left as a better squad, actually. He had Ronaldo and all the big names. Sancho and Mandem, like Greenwood was
agree.
still alive. But right now, like you need to, because, bro, I don't know. Again, Xerxes, my guy, God bless him. Bologna FC, take him back.
I don't
I know you
know.
don't
I think it's
agree, and
too
I don't
early,
agree with
man.
it myself.
Same thing with
It's
I know
too
I'm
Ugarte,
early
you
to
know.
ship Xerxes though.
Yeah, same thing with Ugarte. People shitting on Ugarte. I don't really understand
I-
because Ugarte
I
is
I love
actually
Ugarte.
Chelsea though. I thought Ugarte played well against Chelsea though. I don't know why people saw that.
yeah,
I
Ugarte is
love
actually a
Ugarte,
real
bro.
guy.
I
You know,
thought,
it's
I thought he did all right.
too crazy for crashing on Ugarte because maybe Ineos were playing 4D chess by signing Ugarte first, and thinking Eric when he fails, Ugarte is already here. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, we signed him on an obligation
Absolutely.
to buy it. Still on loan, right? So we still haven't paid the full 60 million yet for him or something. So he's only
Wait,
here
for who?
yeah. So
For who? Sorry, what did you say?
Ugarte, we
Oh,
haven't played.
okay.
We haven't paid the full money for Ugarte. I think we still have to.
Bro, we never pay full money. You do realize
No,
we're
Let
still
me.
paying
By the way,
Dortmund for
sorry, one
Sancho.
second. Let me just say this. Devil Samir says you seen Wheatley post his man number 9. Let me promise you something. Manchester United are gonna sell Ethan Wheatley soon.
But
You've
now
heard
he's
it here
saying it
first.
different. He's saying it differently though. He's saying Wheatley has posted an image,
Oh, the
the
celebration. All right,
Gyökeres one.
okay. Well, then maybe I shouldn't
I
have
hope
said that
he's saying
information.
that.
But Man United are gonna part ways with Wheatley soon.
I think
Really?
that loan.
Yes.
You know, guys, I can't lie. You know, I know you always tell us all about the nephews. You didn't tell us Wheatley is taller than Rude. Do you know how rude that is?
Yeah, Wheatley. Well, I didn't think that was information that needed, but Wheatley's tall.
Yeah,
He's
that's
very tall.
crazy too.
By the way, he's actually grown since the 2 years I've seen him. So 2-3 years I've seen him. So he's grown quite a
I
bit.
haven't seen enough, so I wouldn't say there's potential. There's a guy, and I don't know. I mean, I'll
But
be
he's
honest. I do see
Where do
he's
you think he
physically
goes?
the
nowhere
Arsenal
near.
kid.
Where
I
did he
think the
go?
Arsenal kid is gonna outshine him.
Cheeto or Martin?
Cheeto, I think
Yeah.
Cheeto's gonna outshine
Didn't
him.
he have like 5 goals in his debut the other day or something like that?
Three. He scored a hat.
He had a hat trick in
His
14
first goal
minutes.
was
That
under
guy's a
15
madman.
Oh, a
seconds.
hat trick. Okay.
His first goal was
Yeah, it
under
was like 5 seconds into the game.
15 seconds, man. Crazy. He scored like what 10 goals against Liverpool under 18s last year or something for Arsenal, which is mad.
Yeah,
to even
guys,
think about.
that's the kind of nephew we want, bro. Come on, talk. Gee, you at the games.
No, I saw some posts on Instagram last year.
Oh,
I was
you know,
like,
wait, hold on. Nah, Faz, I know that. Look, you don't believe in Cheeto.
I think
I've
Faz
seen
is
too
doing
many
his
academy
background
players
check
for me
right now.
to. I've
We
seen
can't
way
decide.
too many academy players, yeah, that are so good and not end up coming in and shining in first team or doing well in first team. So
I would give
at this
him
Okay,
point,
so
I'm not gonna
let's
say
say,
anything.
I
let's
wouldn't
say,
write.
Faz, let's play a game, right? Let's say you're like an elder that he might talk to because he's seen you at so many. What would your advice be to him, just for people to know to how to be a professional?
My advice is actually going to be a lot crazier than people think. Save your money. Save your money.
Nah,
Reference
listen.
Shola Shoratire, actually. Save your money. When people thought he was the next big thing and this, that, the other, look where he's playing, what level he's playing, you know, respectfully.
He's going to be playing against us tomorrow.
Your career can, as high as you think you are, you can be just as low on the opposite
Very-
spectrum
Who's
very quickly. Yeah, Shola might play tomorrow against us, might as
he's
well.
in PAOK, right?
Yeah, he's a
might.
POK
Yeah,
player.
He's only
he
had
left-
one. He's only had.
Yeah,
he's
they
only had-
interviewed him as well. There should be a quote from him out there too.
He's
left
only
for
played 7 minutes in
free.
the Europa League so far, so maybe
He left-
he doesn't even play much.
He left for free.
You know, as big as you think you are, that you play in Manchester United Academy, in all honesty, you've not done nothing. Because if you really have that mentality to play first team football for Manchester United, whatever you think you're doing, you need to do 10 times more. Because I promise you're probably not doing enough. Because or else you would have probably been in first team.
I think the best few academy players that come out of our academy was Pogba, Greenwood, and Mainu. Like the best 3 players that have come out of our academy in recent times.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
yeah.
We'll say Rashford, but nah.
You're
Rashford's
good
not-
enough to play in a under 21s academy at Premier League level, then you're definitely good enough to play first team somewhere. You're just missing the final little bit. So, and that little bit, it comes with mentality, it comes with physicality, it comes with discipline, it comes with attitude and behavior, because you can play football. The fact that you're in the Premier League academy means you can play football. There's no denying that. You have ability, you have talent. So many scouts have scouted you and seen you, and you have played so many minutes and been around so many professional players. But at the end of the day, you know, it comes down to how you look after your body. At the end of the day, there's so many academy players that don't go on to the next level because of injuries. Let's not forget as well.
And if you
There's some in
place
Man
yourself
United
correct,
by default, some that got injured and then they don't end up having their break.
but again, if you don't make it at Manchester United, it's not the end of the world.
It isn't. No, it also isn't.
Look at
no.
Elanga. Look at Elanga. Man shining in third. I cannot forget the amount of hatred I threw at Faz when Faz told me, you're going to look at him and you're going to cuss yourself when he actually balls out at... I remember him telling me about the move when it happened to Forest. Faz clearly said, bro, watch him cook. And I was like, nah, just Forest, nothing.
He's
I
not
have to
one of
hold
the
it now.
players. He's not one of the best players. I watched the Nottingham Forest game this season. I think it's Chris Wood's been bagging a lot of goals this season, bro. He's a bagsman, that's Chris Wood. And also you also got Ola Aina as well, who's also a decent player. Like they've got a decent team. And big up Forest though. I can't lie, they're actually doing really well. But we'll see.
They're doing a madness.
They're cooking. Bro.
What Nottingham Forest? You know what league they were in before, like just a couple of seasons ago?
They were in the championship, bro. A couple of years ago.
Exactly. They were not even in Premier, and to think they're in the Prem now, just recent as well. Not established themselves in terms of a season in season out Premier League team. Do you know what I'm saying? They're doing a madness, man. This is way above their expectations, bro. Way above their expectations.
I think they'll get Europe. I think they'll get maybe Conference League or Europa League. I think they'll get one of them. One of them two for sure. I don't think they'll get Champions League though. I think Champions League might be a stretch because I think Chelsea will be there.
I mean, even if they get anywhere in Europe, that's crazy. And how much did they buy Elanga from us? 15 mil, isn't it?
Probably 15 million, I think.
Was it 15 million? Can someone correct
Around
me?
10.
Yeah, it was 15. It was 15.
15. I think Anthony Elanga is going to end up moving from Nottingham Forest for upwards of 35-40 million. Upwards. He's
Faz, what's the next game
22.
week? Could you tell me?
Elanga is 22 years old, bro.
Faz, what's the next game week? Could you tell me real quick?
For
I'm doing I just Premier League.
Yeah, what
Analysis,
about
quick
next
analysis.
game week? Sorry, what do you mean?
What's the number? It's 11, 12.
11.
What game
11.
week is it?
11. Game week 11.
Okay, I'm gonna give you something real quick. Good data.
Go on.
Hold on. Let me get the data first.
Go on,
Man
get the
said, go
data.
on.
But yeah, Anthony Elanga is a player that I did not want to see Manchester United sell, and he's gonna prove. Listen, Brennan Johnson is a player that I wanted in Manchester United. Brennan
alright.
Johnson is a
He
very good footballer.
He misses lots of chances, though. I can't lie. Like I watch him. He's all around the ball, but he
So
misses
does Nicholas Jackson. Do you rate
point
Nicholas
blank.
Jackson?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
now.
When he misses so many chances?
I didn't at first, but now I do. He looks a lot better under Maresca. I think he's more Jackson. I think Jackson looks a lot
Looks
better.
better how? He's a striker and he's missing 1v1s.
I think the way he's making runs, he's timing his what do you call his runs better. He
He ain't faster than Elanga.
He looks better. He looks a lot better for
He ain't stronger than Elanga. This hype around Nicholas Jackson, yeah, bro. I get so angry watching Nicholas Jackson play football. I absolutely do not like as a neutral fan, anyways. Watching Nicholas Jackson, I absolutely don't.
He was quiet all game.
Everything's so good. Then the main thing that he's supposed to do, and he does. You could just replace him with someone who actually finishes, and you'd be in a better position. And the maddest thing is, yeah, it's weird how the team creates so many chances for him. Go and look at his chances missed compared to his chances scored.
To be fair, they have Cole Palmer though, so I mean, the reason why Chelsea.
That's the point. Like they're relying on other players. Imagine if half the chances that Nicholas Jackson missed, he put in the back of the net. I don't like him as a striker at all. At all. People rate him because of his tech and his movement and whatever. Movement, man. As a striker, put the ball in the back of the net. Like, how good is Chris Wood then at his age?
Chris Wood's been in the Prem.
Chris Wood exactly. He's finishing dinners.
He's moved from like place to place, isn't he? Wasn't he at like he was at Burnley.
You know what I'm hoping for? I'm really hoping for the Leicester again. You know what? When I say that, what I mean? What I mean is that when Leicester won the Premier League, game week 11, they were at 22 points. Nottingham Forest is at 19. I don't want City to win, obviously, for obvious reasons. And City, right now,
man just said Nottingham Forest to win Premier League.
I know it's a madness.
I can't believe this.
I'm talking about it from a hateful standpoint of I can't see Liverpool City to win.
Oh my God! Well, Liverpool are one injury away from getting Kalas.
Exactly, and so is Man City.
Injury away. Man City already got one big injury, Rodri, and they're still going toe to toe.
Yeah, if Foden's gone, Gundogan or Foden or even Haaland, who's saving them? Savinho.
But bro, Foden's not been as good as he was last season. The start of this season, he's not been as great, like performance wise. But he's still a massive threat. Obviously, he's still a massive player. But he's not been on the best of forms lately for Phil Foden. I know he scored the other day, but like still, he's not had the best starts of the season.
I'm just saying.
We'll see where it clicks in.
This team, Forest, no one saw them here. Faz saw them because Faz just. Faz is Faz, like that. Faz saw them somewhere, not here, I'm sure. But here they are, third, above Chelsea and Arsenal. Arsenal, competitors.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Looking at where the way the league is now, I did not think Nottingham Forest would ever get into third with 14 goals scored this season. I did not think that in 10 games. I did not think that at all. But that tells you how dusty the league is right now. The league is dusty, bro. Go and look at the other leagues.
When Leicester won, it was another dusty league.
Yeah, true. I mean, I hear it. Who they got next? Actually, this is creating some
Forest, Newcastle.
Some weird interest in my head.
Newcastle at home.
Forest has Newcastle. Then
listen,
Arsenal.
I can't lie yet. Newcastle are bugging me as well. What are they doing, man?
I already knew
What's Newcastle doing?
I already knew Newcastle were gonna have this inconsistency
How
this
the
season.
fuck they
but,
beat
like,
City, man?
crazy. Like, bro, Newcastle have the world's richest owners. How are they not at the next level at this
Yeah, but
point?
rich doesn't necessarily mean straight away you're gonna get the same
I-
because
the thing-
we've spent billions and billions on our squad and not done fuck all. So it doesn't
But
really
considering they
mean that.
finished top 4 the first year though, like they should have at least tried to progress further on. You know what I mean? It's
I
like
hear it. How did Newcastle beat Arsenal, bro? Like I don't understand.
They beat
Newcastle beat Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. They did they beat they drew with City, didn't they, in the league? Yeah, they drew with City. I don't know, man.
1-1.
But then they lost to Fulham. It's a bit they're doing a bit yo-yo. If they just hit a little bit of form, then they're dangerous as well. I'm not, I'm telling you,
the
man.
problem consistency in the injuries. That's the thing with Newcastle. They never have their players fit at the right time. When you need
They got
Isak to be fit.
You know,
We
you're
need
asking a question, Faz. How did
They're missing
Newcastle beat
Murphy and
Arsenal?
Trippier, innit?
Trippier.
Nah, but Faz, you asked a
Very-
question, right? How Newcastle beat Arsenal? You know how? Isak. Arsenal
Now
doesn't
that
actually
that is a striker. I'm gonna tell you, Man United break the bank,
He can play on the left and up front. Like he can be both.
bro.
He's
This guy's silly. He's
very
silly.
versatile. Scary to play against.
Everyone
silly,
in
bro.
the fan,
Didn't he score
everyone in every
27
fan
goals
base
last season?
told Arsenal to buy Isak in the summer.
Silly player, man.
Bro, didn't he score 27 goals last season? Isak. Bro, he's crazy good. I told people, yeah, I wanted him since he was at Sociedad. No one, they were like, nah, but he doesn't score enough. You play him under the right manager,
But he has glass ankles.
He's scary.
His ankles
Like-
are not as good as thingy, but
The
Isak
only
is a
issue-
serious baller, man. He's a freaking baller and a half.
The
And
thing is the injury. I agree with you, but like even, I don't know. I just
Would he have cooked in an Arsenal team?
possibly because
Yes.
you have Odegaard
Yes.
supplying. You have Saka
Yes.
supplying.
yes, he would have cooked in an
Because
Arsenal
I
team.
feel
Yes, Arsenal would have
Saka
listen.
and
Arsenal would have cooked
Martinelli-
if they just had a competent striker, man. Plain and simple. Plain and
Tony,
simple.
Wood,
And a
anyone
competent
would have
back.
worked.
I don't have a good left
Arsenal
back.
would have cooked if they had a competent striker. They've shaken themselves with not having a competent striker, man. An out and out goal scoring striker. That's all they needed.
That's the
Not
problem,
these,
man.
not these Kai Havertz, Sterlings, and all of these guys. Nah, man.
Yeah,
Nah,
I don't
these inside forwards and what are these?
I saw
They
Arsenal sign
needed.
a mile away. Like that was the most like predictable transfer to ever happen. Like Sterling to Arsenal. I just knew it was gonna happen. Like Arsenal always buy these bit like the players Chelsea been like Jorginho, for example. They've been Havertz. They've been what's his name, David Luiz in there. Like it's
Can you
I-
guess which team?
Listen-
Can you guess which team has the most left backs in Premier League?
Who?
Arsenal? They have
See,
Timber. They have
Never thought
Calafiori.
of
They
it like
have
that.
Zinchenko. They have
Timber,
who else?
Calafiori.
I'll tell
Zinchenko.
you the one team that I think that are going to go on a mad run. And I might be very wrong, and I might get absolutely cooked at the end of the season.
Mm.
But I think they're gonna climb the table, man.
You think
And
Arsenal
it's
fans?
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
And it's Tottenham. I think they're gonna
Bro, the way they-
fucking scare us.
the way
As in
against
scare the
Villa,
league.
I
sooner
think
or
I
later.
think Tottenham's. I think the other way around. I think Tottenham's gonna go down.
They
I-
packed Villa,
They give
man.
me-
They
Bro, I want-
sent Villa and City packing.
Yeah, they were crazy good, man. Like, bro, Villa.
They
were
sent
shit.
West Ham
Bro,
packing.
Villa were shocking, man. The thing is,
Brighton
and
game, don't forget. Brighton game was just a, I don't know, man. But other than that,
different
if you actually go and look at Spurs' games, bro, like go and look at Spurs' games,
In
bro,
isolation,
win
yes.
all the way. Brighton loss, then West Ham win. Europa League, they done it, Alkmaar obviously, but yeah, win. Palace punched them up.
In
Because
the
that's
league,
what
it's
Palace do.
win loss.
City Villa. No, but they had a what is it, 5-game win? They won Europa
lost
League.
away at
They
Palace.
beat us.
In the
They
last-
beat Karabakh. They beat Brentford. They
I
beat
know,
Coventry.
but I'm talking about the last 5 in the Premier League. They have won
Oh,
3,
okay.
lost 2.
They lost one.
Okay.
They lost away to Palace as well.
Yeah, they lost to Brighton and they lost to Palace. They beat
Yeah.
us. They beat West Ham and they beat Villa. I mean, they beat in the top half of the table
They've not lost a home game this year.
But-
haven't
of
they?
teams that are
Faz-
supposed to be on top half of the table.
They've not lost a home
Faz,
game.
I don't know if we talked about this or not, you and I, because I haven't been on a stream in a long time. Anyone who wants to be on the stream needs to be a member. Get correct, first of all. We need more people in the chat. We need more people in the Twitter, group chat. We need chaos. We're looking for people. Okay? More chaos. So, Paz,
Go on.
I know I haven't addressed this with you, but my expectations for the new manager hasn't changed. You remember what I told you with Eric Ten Hag? My expectation was a Europa, was one of the domestics, and top 4.
Yes.
It hasn't changed. The only thing I'm gonna be okay if we do not get is a top 4, but that only falls down to top 6. But if we win Europa, obviously I get Champions League.
Now, listen, I want to go Europe, man. I want to catch a flight. I can't lie. I need to catch flights, bro. This manager better deliver me.
We need to win the Europa
a flight to the final, bro. I can't lie.
We need to win the Europa League big time.
I cannot lie, bro. Win the Europa League. Our squad is good enough to win Europa League, bro.
I agree. I think on paper we have the best squad in the Europa League. Like, I think we should be winning the Europa League at least. At least that's the main priority for me this season. But obviously, we have
the
to
only one manager I'm worried about in Europa is Spaz's stepdad, Jose. That's it. That's the only one who scares me.
Fenerbahce.
Yes, not for Fenerbahce as a team. Not for Fenerbahce as a team. Jose Mourinho as a manager.
Yeah, but Ruben's his student, so you know what I'm saying.
That's the problem. The teacher doesn't teach the student every trick in the book. Sometimes it lets you evolve.
The student might outgrow the teacher. Actually, that's one of the things that I actually love about Ruben, that he did his apprenticeship under Jose Mourinho. I absolutely love that.
At United. Let's not forget he was here at United as an intern.
Yeah.
It's not the first time in the club. He knows his ways around.
For a season, no?
You don't have to guide him in alleys and gates. He knows the place.
By the way, funny fact. PAOK's weekly salary for the entire club put together is less than Marcus Rashford's weekly salary.
100K.
PAOK's weekly salary for the entire club is less than Marcus Rashford's weekly salary.
It's not the first time this is happening. This season itself, Spaz, Chelsea has lost to a club. You know how much that a player in that club makes annually?
Oh, go on.
£4,333. Servette. Annual income is that much. Annual.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. But if you look at Chelsea, who they're gonna play tomorrow, you're gonna laugh for 5 minutes. So watch it at the end of the stream. They're gonna play a team. It's called Noah FC.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They were founded in 2017. They don't have a badge yet.
Oh my God.
That's
Noah.
Their competition.
The
Noah
only
FC.
Noah I know is the Noah who comes on the stream.
The only Noah I know is the
FC,
Noah's Ark in
Armenian
Bible.
FC. Their stadium capacity is less than stadium capacity for League 2, for National League teams in the UK. That is what is it, 4 or 5?
Non-league teams. So.
Yeah, non-league teams have bigger stadiums than these guys. I mean, 3,000 their stadium capacity is 3,000.
That's half of Chelsea's team.
Chelsea fans there.
To be fair, Leipzig was only founded in 2009 or something.
Bro, but
this
2009 is different. 2017.
17.
This was 2 years before COVID.
Wait, how the fuck, you've been founded in 2017 and you're playing Europa League?
Europa Conference. Let's get that correct.
Sorry, conference, yeah. How?
Mental.
How?
That's the thing. This is a madness.
I might have a chance at football, Bro, what? How might I have a chance at football?
Imagine a Chelsea content creator talking about, you know what? We've had Mourinho park the bus. Because you know what their attack is? What's it called? So in Bible, there's Noah's Ark, right?
Yeah.
There's a story about it.
Yeah.
Their attack is called Park the Ark.
What?
Nah.
What?
If you Google them, you will find out. One of the articles says they're going to play Park the Ark against Chelsea. I'm like, what is that? Explain. Any
Oh
tactical.
my days. Noah
PAOK,
FC. Armenia, you know. Armenia, man.
You know
Who's
what's
their
But big
funny?
up
biggest
and
player?
big up
Bro,
and respect to them for being in such a position after
bro,
Yeah, that's
being
true.
founded in 2017. Big up and
Ron,
respect to you.
Ron, you know what's funny? Yeah, Chelsea nearly. You know the team that Chelsea lost to, right? Like you said in the Europa League.
Servette. They actually
Yeah,
lost to it.
bro. Do you know what's funny? Chelsea almost got eliminated. They were only
I
2-0
know.
up. They're only 2-0 up or something. I swear.
You
Like,
know, Faz,
they
I know you're reading
great.
too much into it, but this team is
Hold
worse
on,
than
stop right
Toulouse.
there. Wait, stop right there.
Hmm.
The average player for Noah FC makes
They-
less than 5,000 a week.
Bro, I'm gonna
Reece
tell you
James,
something.
Reece James's 1 week salary could fund the entire month of Noah FC. This is fucked. This
Bro,
shouldn't even be
Faz,
allowed.
Faz, if I ask you to look at something, you're gonna stand right now, throw your chair.
What the hell?
If I tell you something right now, Faz, you're gonna stand and throw your chair. I'm not even kidding.
Go on. What is it?
Just look at their squad, brother. Their normal age of players, it's like middle class FC. Like man, them are in their 30, 35.
Yeah. I've seen that.
and
Yeah,
they're
I've
just-
seen that.
They
I've
just
seen that.
play
34,
football on the
32,
weekend.
31, 34, 35, 28, 29. Yeah, I've seen it.
Bro, I was baffled when I saw that. I was like, wow, what?
Listen,
Now this
I might
is
need to get
crazy.
fit and get myself an agent, man. I might have a chance at this shit.
Now
this
we
is
supporting Faz.
crazy.
This is their badge, though. Noah. It's like
Noah
like,
FC.
Bro, you found a badge on one of the websites. They normally on Google don't have a badge. If you put them on Google, they don't have a badge for the last few games. Just type in last 5 games of Noah FC. There's no badge for them.
Yeah, there's no badge.
Live scores has to update it though. So I use live scores. That's why I saw
Noah
the badge.
FC, they've got no badge. They've scored 26 goals this season in Armenia.
They're going to Stamford Bridge though.
That's a lot many more than what Eric Ten Hag's team did. So I respect that.
That should be like a fun. Like
That's
imagine
crazy.
we lose to them though.
But
With all-
they've already won Armenia Super Cup and Armenia Cup, haven't they? So
How difficult was that?
must be. Well, listen. At the end of the day, they're playing in their league. It's only as difficult as
that's
their
true.
league is. So
Yes, you're right. You're right. Actually, that's true.
they're playing in that level, and that level might be difficult for that level. So, yeah, pick up
Can you
to them
do a
for
hate
getting
along
to
for that?
this level as well. You know what I'm saying? But they've got a good manager. They've got a sporting manager as well in there. A former sporting scout. Sorry, a former sporting scout who manages them now. Rui Motta, who manages
Yeah,
them.
I've
He
heard
used
that
to be a
name.
scout for sporting. Yeah. So big up to them, man.
But
I
Noah
guess.
FC, park the arc. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, big up to them, man. This guy, the same guy, even was part of Vasco da Gama as well, which is a big heritage club. Anyways, I've told you my lineup tomorrow. Harry Amas has to start. Amad Diallo has to start. You know what I'm saying? Bayinde has to start. And the rest is as simple as that. You all know the rest of the players that are going to play tomorrow. Want to see some goals, man. I want to see some goals. I want to scream. I want to sing. Do you know what I'm saying? So give me some of that tomorrow.
Maguire's not back tomorrow, right?
No, he's not back yet. No.
So probably gonna be the same back line. Then I think De Ligt and Martinez will be the back line. Unless he might start Lindelof tomorrow. That's the thing. I have a feeling he might start Lindelof if we're gonna rest Martinez for Leicester on Sunday. Because rotation is gonna be key, especially when we play 3 days later as well. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
We early kick off on a Sunday, so we're gonna need to rotate a lot.
Prediction tomorrow. Actually, let's do that quickly. Big up to Melvin who's asked prediction tomorrow. Kevin.
3-0 United.
3-0. Okay, Ronald.
My front line is going to be Xerxes, Amad Diallo, and Rashford. And my
Mhm.
prediction is 6-1. Nothing
One,
less.
yeah.
6-1. Hello, we're gonna
I hope
concede,
so.
sir.
That'd be nice.
We're Man United. We're gonna have to concede. 4-0 Manchester United. That's my prediction. 4-0 Manchester United. Four goals in the first half. Make bare subs in the second half. See the game out. That's how I want to see it.
I
You know.
just want to destroy them tomorrow, but I don't know. I just want us to win it because we haven't won a game in 11 European games, so it'd be nice to get the win tomorrow and like finally get back into that get a win in Europe.
Definitely need to win in Europe. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we must win.
Yeah, but big up to you, Kevin. Thank you for joining as well. Make sure you check out his channel, ANS Sport.
For AN Sports, man, I'm only on 73 subs. I'd like to get to 100 soon or 500 anytime soon. But like, come on, people, go and sub, man. I don't know how many of you in the chat?
Yeah. Make sure you go and check his channel out. Go and subscribe to his channel. Get him up to 100 subs ASAP. Big up to you as well. You go live on Twitter and stuff like that. So make sure you check it out as well. Check out his channel, people.
Can you mod me so I can put the link in the chat?
Yeah. You should be able to comment on it, and then once you comment, I'll make you a mod. But big up to all the members as well for joining. Big up to Ronald for joining as well. And big up to everybody else for coming through. I'll be live tomorrow from the stadium as usual. Pre-match, bringing you the match day squad. Hopefully, we might get a little surprise, and we might see Lenny Yoro in the squad tomorrow. And if Rude comes over, I might have to ask him, Rude, man, are you gonna start Ahmad or what, man? Please start playing Ahmad. You know what I'm saying? Dalo's gonna be there. We're gonna see him and everybody else. So I'll catch you there tomorrow, people. Big up, take care. 4-0 Manchester United. I want to see some goals, man. Like the video if you enjoyed the show. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. If you haven't already, make sure you check out Kevin's channel as well. ANS Sports link is in the chat. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow, man. Take care, people. Love.